So, new patch, new artifacts. We're going to play a Lux run, because she starts with extra crit. We're going to play a Lux run, because she also starts with an extra divinity. And this allows us to try a little something over here. Actually, I'm going to run Chessboard of Gods, and we're going to drop this down to being... instead of being Champion's Belt, we are going to make it... a claw. Two reasons for that, really. But let's cover what my idea for this run is. We are going to do a Death Puncture-esque type run. This is mainly to scale with the new artifact. The new artifact being God-Killing Arrow. Gives you plenty of skill damage, gives you a bunch of crit, and it gives you coup de grace. Puncture and Annihilate synergy. Then we've got over here, we've got Annihilate Shadow synergy with the Dragon Fang. This is more crit, lots of crit. And then we've got Chessboard of Gods with Almighty and Destiny, which obviously Almighty is +1 to everything, so more Annihilate. A little bit of Shadow, and all the good stuff. So why are we doing it like this? Why is there so much crit? Well, coup de grace gives you crit damage for overflowing 100%. So once you have 100% crit, any crit rate that you get over that will now be turned into a crit multiplier at a rate converted by your coup de grace. So with 50%, if we had 100% and then we get another 100%, so 200%, we'll be getting 50% of that as a crit multiplier, so 0.5. Make sense? Hope it does. Or 0.005, I think it actually is. But for this to work, we want to run Death, because I also want to try and make Reaper's Call hit very hard. Reaper's Call is honestly pretty high scaling, as you can see here. It's got a decently long cooldown though, but it does have Annihilate and Death. Then we have Assassin's Blade, which does extra damage on a critical hit. And we also have like just generally good puncture stuff going on here. So I think Lux might be able to make this work very well. Lux also starts with extra crit, and we get crit from the Magic Council. So we're going to be starting with like 143%-ish crit. And because of that, we're going to start with Assassin's Blade and try and get that going early as possible. If we look, 137% crit. Okay, well, we don't have... I think, why is it 137? Oh, we don't have the dice on. The dice had 20% extra crit on it. That's right. But I'm running it with Chessboard of Gods because it was quite hard in my test run that I just did a second ago. I went basically up to the first boss, and it was quite hard to get some of these things to be actually scaling quite well. And because I was noticing how tough that was, I was like, okay, we'll just throw on Chessboard of Gods. We'll lose a 20% crit, but we can make it up in the run anyway, and just try and get it scaling that way. So we will go. We'll go with the spawn route. Just see what we can get Assassin's Blade doing. I'm not quite sure how strong this is going to end up being, but that's why we're doing this. Get to show off the new artifact. Get to try and show you guys as well the damage it could potentially do. So let me just cover this real quick as well. Annihilate, you can see here, has coup de grace on its 6 synergy as well. So if we get synergy break, we can push the coup de grace extremely high. We can get it to be around about 200%, I think. No, it'll be... Yeah, we can get it to be 200% if we manage to get all the synergy breaks. Although we're not running a puncture weapon. So... I don't think this gives puncture, right? No, it gives shadow. Okay, so I don't think we'll be able to get it that high. But we should be able to get it to 150% quite easily. We will lock this in and buy that in a second, because I quite like having magnetic salvage. It does help quite a bit when we're moving around rooms. Pick up the strength synergy, we'll pick up Assassin's Blade. We have already got S-ranked Assassin's Blade. That's quite incredible. We got that pretty quick. We'll take the artifact because we... Oh, we have... Oh, that rolled a lot of negatives. That's okay. We can try and make something work out that. Let's refresh. Let's take the Sword Beam. Sword Beam is fantastic. It's puncture and shadow, so this is going to fit quite nicely in with what we want to work. We obviously now need to get Reaper's Call, and then a bunch of other stuff to get that scaling. And let's see now how much... This is already pretty absurd, huh? I mean, of course we have the that one thing here, skill cooldown. But you know, this is pretty insane. It's only hitting for 1.8 a crit though. I guess we don't have much armor piercing right now. But I mean, you know, it's there. Might need to turn down skill visibility because it is quite blinding. This is also pretty good. We'll throw this in. Pick up Death or Shadow Synergy. I think Shadow Synergy. We'll just lean all into like the crit side of the weapon first, right? That way, because we only have one Death skill right now, so going for the Death related stuff isn't really going to do much for us. But it will later when we get the Death related things that we want. Let's just refresh this. We'll pick up the potion, because we can fit Reaper's Call and then Reaper's Scythe. So that's that's Death crit and then Death puncture. So that's pretty good. This is teleport forward, right? Can we teleport backwards? Do we have the intelligence? Nope, we are too dumb. That's fine. Alright, let's try and fill some of these out, shall we? Never mind, we'll just level up Sword Beam. Alright, Reaper's cool, cool. Sword Beam. Sword Beam. Reaper's cool. And then we'll take crit damage. Go to the camp. Bonfire. Go to Talia. What up? Anything we want in here? We don't really want anything in here. That's fine then. Nargoth. Anything we want to lock in? Not really. Not so far. We could lock this. I don't think we're ever going to be able to actually afford any of these. But, you know, the options there. That's why I like to do that. Cool. We'll leave. Alright, so we should be pretty strong going into this boss already. So, let's see. There's been several artifacts that have been brought out. So we've got obviously this puncture one, then we've got there's a summon one, and there's a Godspeed one. So we're gonna do a run with each of those at some point. Like each have their own video, kind of showcasing their strengths and the build that you can build around them. But this one obviously is going to be the puncture one to begin with. Now there's various ways that I think you could use this puncture one. I think you can actually use this without even building towards puncture, just because coup de grace itself as a stat is pretty good. Like for example, you could pair it with just full fire and go annihilate fire. Get a bunch of crit stuff going there, and now all your crits just hitting harder. It's also just generally a good artifact just to have, in case you do go over 100% crit and use in any build. Like, I think it's just a really good artifact. We have Sword Beam done now, so we should be clearing much better. Okay, our damage isn't up there just yet. We do need to get some, like, actual damage, though, because right now we have a lot of crit, right? And we've got multipliers and stuff going. But, we haven't actually got many, like, death skill damage increase, puncture skill damage increase, or, like, strength and, like, stats to actually scale the ability to begin with. So, we'll see. I have a feeling that by the end of the run, though, this is going to be pretty poppin'. If we can, I want to try and get Reaper's Call S-ranked and then try and duplicate Reaper's Call. I feel like that would be pretty good. We're closer to getting Shatterdom, right? I think it's easy to get death stuff, though. We'll go death stuff and just, we'll be safe and we'll pick up Death Break now, because I think it's easier to find artifacts and skills and stuff with death on them in comparison to Shatter-related stuff. Like, I think there's very few and far between Shatter artifacts, but there's quite a few death stuff. Although the ones that do have Shatter on them are usually pretty strong in terms of their offers. We'll just take the lever for now. We'll take Armor Pierce. Power Codex, of course. What a fantastic find instantly. Look at that, 3.3 already. And that takes us to... where does the Annihilate's book come in then? Not sure where that comes from. Gonna need it though. But if you look, we're at 100% coup de grace now. Pretty good. So if we go... Yep. 2 fights and then home running to the boss. Yep, at least we're mixing it up. I'm not only doing lightning bat stuff. Did see a comment in the Artifact Discord where it was like, someone was saying they wanted to see more builds in general, like in the Discord, that's not just lightning bat related, like more funny stuff. The issue there is, obviously I speedrun mostly, so I'm going to take the thing that lets me speedrun the fastest, which is going to be lightning bat, so there's going to be a lot of lightning bat stuff. But with that, if someone's posting screenshots showing them doing some pretty crazy results running a setup, it's more common that that's likely to be mimicked, right? People are more likely to sheep behind that and start copying it, because if it's worked once and it's effective, people are more likely to just spam it and do it again. Are we at negative yet? Nope. See, like this. Death artifact. Bam. We'll take Annihilate just in case. We want the crit anyway. And we're going to take the damage. We need to get some scaling going. So it's like, if, say, someone absolutely smashed a DPS with record, well, now suddenly everyone's going to start running that setup because they want to do that damage, right? It's just how it works. Or if a popular streamer like Asmongold or something like that starts playing this game, and then he does a build and gets moderate success, then everyone's going to start trying to spam that build because it's popularized. So, unfortunately, you're not ever going to have a world where people aren't just spamming the same build. It happens in pretty much every game, like Death Must Die, for example. People spam the same gem high builds over and over, despite there being better options out there. It's just because it's what's popularized, so it happens. Tangent aside, this is already doing some pretty good damage. It just goes to show, though, that this game, you can have very good success with pretty much every build type. Like, it just really depends on what you're finding. Holy is the only exception. Holy takes a lot of work to get it just to be kind of manageable, and even when it's manageable, it's still, at its strongest, it's still, like, weaker than, say, something like this at its worst. So, Holy just needs work. Take this, and then we go like that. Oh, Puncture Quiver? Hell yeah. I don't know what we want here. Do we have Wound Tear? We don't have Armor Break, so we need to get an Armor Break skill there, so we'll probably get Chakram. Do we have 50 Strength? We do, we have Muscles. Give me that book. Nice. Alright, and then this is the... So, which one is it then? We've got Power already, right? Yeah. So, is it Wisdom? No, what the fuck gives Annihilate Break? God damn it. I mean, we could just sell this, I guess, but like, what the heck? I need to memorize the names of these books. Like, I really do. The only issue when you do speedrun games like this a lot, right? You tend to ignore names and go by sprites. So, like, for example, if I was speedrunning right now, I would not look at the names here. I would be looking at the picture, and then I'll just click the one that has the picture I want. Like, cause it's easier, it's faster to recognize a, like, scythe than it is to read a word that says Reaper Scythe. So it's just like, oh, cool, bam, done, sort of thing. Or I look down here to see which the synergies are, because, like, certain skills, like, don't have that much overlap. So it's like, Reaper's Call here. If I see Death and Annihilate's picture here, it's like, okay, that's a Reaper's Call, and I'll just pick it. Like, it's a very common thing to do. It just saves you, like, time and brain power. So generally, when it comes to remembering names and stuff, I'm awful at it. Same as here, like, generally, I didn't even know these were called Torn Leaves. All I know is, like, this picture here is shatter damage. Reaper's Call. Wow. The damage, that's incredible. We're probably gonna have to pick up, like, 1 or 2 defense things. Just to be safe. Not to fear that's like... Not to say that we actually need it. It's just, personally, I have been feeling rather shitty today. Like, I've been sick for a little while now. And, yeah, I can feel myself, like, playing bad and a little bit sloppy, like so. So I just want to pick up some stuff, just to make sure we don't die where it's not necessary. Although, technically, I could just stack on top of the boss like this and pierce constantly through him, so... Nice. Cool. I know the run's going to be a little bit longer than the speedrun videos, but it's kind of part and parcel what happens when you're building to make something do a lot of damage. Also, commentary makes that happen. Sort of explaining things and talking, and actually just picking stuff on site. We'll take Ancient Arrows, perfect. We should have a legendary / purple option come up soon. So tier 4 or tier 5. We'll take the Stimulant Drug because it has crit damage. Alright, so this is also a new artifact. This is the Godspeed artifact that we're going to be using. I'm going to do an Alvard run where I run this. So I can't think of a single build where you can use Frost and the movement speed stuff to make Godspeed function, but Alvard has the poison and Godspeed weapon, so... Evil Codex. No, this doesn't have it either. What the fuck has it? This has Shatter. I know there is one that has Annihilate on it, right? I'm not drunk. It's this one, Appetite. Why does Appetite have Annihilate? What? For me, when I read the word Appetite Codex, this would be the one that would have Glutton Feast. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's Annihilate Sanity Break. We're taking it. What the fuck? Alright, so here you can see 100% coup de grace. We have 50% from the arrow, so we have 150%. We're gaining a bunch of crit damage multiplier. That's incredibly amount of high damage. We will refresh. We'll take the hood. Of course, we'll take the hood. I think there's another source of Sanity Break outside of weapons for Annihilate. I don't think there is. Reaper's Call. Once we get that leveled. Are we still unlucky? We are unlucky, so we're just going to press this one, and we're going to pray we get 7.5 back. Bam! Easy clap. Guaranteed. Just play Hearthstone, and you'll always get the one that you want. Can we just spam the top one? Yeah. Give us a wind rune. We'll just sell it. But, that being said, Reaper's Call is now S ranked. Oh, we're doing some damage now. This is pretty good, huh? I mean, of course, Sword Beam's going to be doing most of the damage because it's just going to hit more targets, right? But, I mean, nothing is living. What's our scavenge bonus? Oh, we should probably run around and pick some of this up then. Don't want to waste it all. That works. Oh, that got close to our face. That could have killed us. Maybe we'll just pick up like one holy artifact or something at some point, just so we have the shields. That'll probably be enough survivability. Usually in games like this, I just don't bother building for survivability, but today of all days, I'm definitely going to need it. Whoa. Hope you guys can see. Reaper Scythe. Let's just roll that. Bison Horns. We need some armor pierce, actually. That's a good point. We only have 86, which is 63%. Phantasm doesn't do anything, so we'll refresh. We'll take Demon Spender, though. But this also gives Reaper. We do need more Death. I'm surprised that there's no Death Blessing yet. I'm going to imagine that each of these are going to have their own blessing eventually. We will just take this, though, instead of the Pierce. Even though the crit would be nice. We'll lock it in. We might be able to afford it. We might be able to afford it by the time we get to the boss. There's a stand in here then, I guess. Holy, this is beautiful. Yeah, this is what I was on about with coup de grace. Like, by the time you get to the end of the run, you're gonna have so much, like, external sources increasing your damage. You're gonna have so much crit as well, that eventually it's just going to pop off, and you're gonna have so much more damage. Because in a sense, you're still doing the same build, right? It's just now you're getting more damage for doing it, because you can fit more crit in. And it doesn't feel bad going over the crit. Which does also mean having stuff like Dice of the Gods fully rolled with crit rate, with no crit damage on it, might be better for these type of builds. Let's pick that up. I'm being very cautious with my movement, so I want to make sure I spot the health when that drops, like that. Oh, almost ran into those. Very cautious of standing this close to the edge, because if enemies spawn here, or actually like spawn them next to this rock, and they could instantly like path into us, which is painful. Nothing great here. I just sell one of these artifacts just to make sure we can actually sell, get what we want. So it just... Did that take that? I'm pretty sure I pressed sell, right? Yeah, press sell. Okay, well. Ooh, Darkfire is definitely a thing, but we don't need it, so we'll take this. Refresh. Might just take the health potion again. I just want to be a little safe, and we're not really finding much in terms of damage, so we might as well pick up some things just to give us a little bit of safety. We'll pick up this head though, the hood. We'll pick up the mask to push our crit further to get more multiplier, and we'll take the cursed dodge as well. So, because we are about to go into an elite and then an event, so I am very wary of that. We'll take the salvage. Cool, Reaper Scythe is now max 2. That's more AoE. That will help protect behind us a bit. We are 7 out of 7 on our death skill as well now, My god, this map is so bright. I swear this didn't used to be this bright in the past, right? This map? Or has it always been this bright? And I've just, like, never noticed because I usually skip elite fights on this map. So remember that one time someone said something about Reaper being hard to use in Atonement 25? Because it just doesn't proc that often? Yeah, what? What happened to that? Oh. Oh. This guy is getting evaporated. That guy actually has a lot of... Ow. Iframe. Let's go gobble up all these health vials. Probably should look for some farm assist as well. Just because if we get hit on the boss, it's going to be hard to heal back. Because that health vial basically healed us for 419 less than it was supposed to. Which would have basically capped out our health. Like, we would have been almost full health just from that one vial. Reducing our movement speed is not something I ever want to do. So we'll just take this. This is fine. Oh, wait, that reduces our crit. No. No. I mean, it's fine. It's not that much crit gone. We'll just pick up some more here, right? Refresh. And refresh. And we didn't see any crit. Refresh. And whatever, we'll just buy this. We'll make it up with the Pierce. This... Sure, but this doesn't do anything for us. Javelin. Almost S-ranked and everything. Might as well just roll this stuff, see what we could have got. Nothing great. Reynard. Nothing great. Catherine. We could probably sell this. And is there anything else we can sell that we don't really need? That's fine. This we can sell. Keep that. Actually, well, we'll keep it for the health. I think that's it, really, right? We want everything else. Yeah. Does put us at 28k. We can't really afford much, but we can refresh here to hopefully find something. Okay, well, this would have been fantastic, but we can't afford it. We could just buy a bunch of damage then. See, anything in here that's damage outside of the Devil's Fruit? Annihilate skills, can't afford it. Reroll, we can't afford anything either, so we'll just leave. Bye. We are full health now suddenly. That's good. Alright, boss time. I have good expectations of this boss. I do see a dodge shrine that I'm going to go and take now just to get it re-rolling towards damage, hopefully. Cool, it became cooldown, so we can try and overlap 2 cooldown shrines for phases, or we can use 1 cooldown shrine in phase 1 and 1 cooldown shrine for phase 2. This guy is summoning tornadoes, and I don't want any of it. Cool, he's dead. Alright, so big damage time, hopefully, right? That's how this is going to work. So let's use 1 cooldown now, and then iframe. Oh, it's on cooldown, so we can't actually go use it. Javelin. Dodge. We'll start working our way down to this one then, and we can pick up that cooldown in phase 2. They'll come back up afterwards. Dodge all the stuff here. We are actually melting. Like, this is so much damage. This is incredible. Alright, come up here. Take this. Oh my god, did you see all those Reapers? High frame. Burst. I generally can't see shit. Wait, they're both dead. What happened? They were like, I looked up, they were at half health, I looked down and dashed left, and then they were dead. What the hell? Alright, cool. So yeah, this is Annihilate. This is the power of God-killing arrow. Like, it's pretty darn good, right? We have a 4.4 crit multiplier there. We did accidentally reduce it. That would have been around about 4. We have a 4.9 multiplier. Some good damage. Generally quite nice. Assassin's Blade didn't do as much as I was hoping. I generally hoped Assassin's Blade would hit harder when we're building for this much crit damage stuff. But, I mean, it's there. It did more than Reaper's Call, but Reaper's Call does, like, pretty big chunks. Like, a pretty long cooldown, and then just like... So, yeah. We'll take it. This is good. We like it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.